sini tempat kita bertemu dengan pembelajar dari seluruh.
Hello fellow learners, salam pembelajar. Hello everyone, welcome back to English podcast. So this is the English podcast episodes 5. So for today, me NUNGKI Awalia, and we have new friends here.
Yeah, my name is MIFTA Putri, and I just become a full civil servant, so I just lose the seat to my PNS.
Yay! So you also the first one in the first time in this podcast,
my
right?
first time.
Yeah. So for today's podcast, we are going to talk about the topic that is becoming more concerning and also we think becoming more important. And as we see in the title of this podcast, we are going to talk about sustainable living. So before we go further about this topic, maybe Mifta, you can start. What is actually a sustainable living?
Yeah, okay. Sustainable living is a lifestyle that is, the purpose is to reduce the use of natural and also artificial resources. Basically, it's an option to choose mindfully about our living option, right? Including a fashion and diet, food, or fuel consumption, and basically any living consumption that we choose every day.
Yeah.
And you know, nowadays, if we produce many waste, it become excessive more and more every day.
Yeah.
And that is on the larger scale will speed up the global warming.
Yeah, it's also related to a lot of environmental problem, right?
Yeah.
Like the excessive waste, pollution, and so on and
Yeah.
so forth. So why we think it is really important for us as a civil servant to at least know, aware, and also make a contribution about it, because our government, as we know that last year our president Mr. Joko Widodo also attended international treaty COP26 in Glasgow. So it was the international scale, the global scale, the meeting that is attended by the leader of most of the countries to try to find the solution of the global warming itself. And we think that we as ISN also need to take action also in the grassroots level and make a contribution by implementing this sustainable living.
Yeah, and also we are here to talk about a few things that we gather these past days to try to, and we also already implement some of it.
Yeah, some of it. Well, actually, if we try to find sustainable living, there are so many ways that you can implement, but we try to resume the things that we already try to implement, and also we think it is quite applicable for us.
Yeah.
So maybe we can start with the first one.
Yeah, the first one is being a minimalist and have a minimalist lifestyle.
Yeah.
And you know there is one influencer named Marie Kondo that she is famous for this kind of lifestyle.
Yeah.
She is promoting this lifestyle that is decluttering. That is what is decluttering? Decluttering is separating stuff from our house that we don't need anymore, and this stuff we can actually donate it or also sell it to the second hand or thrift store.
So we just keep the ones that we need, right?
Yeah.
And if you know Marie Kondo, maybe sahabat pembelajar already familiar also. She used the term just keep the ones that sparks joy.
Yeah.
So after we declutter our home and already got which one is we really need, for this minimalism also we try to avoid consumerism. You know, for today's, it's so easy to shop a lot of things from the market, from the e-commerce. It's so easy to just tap and you got the things that you need. But actually the prices are also getting lower. But actually we really need to be really mindful to choose the ones that you really need. Even there are a lot of products that is maybe cute or alluring to buy it, but when you can to buy,
you don't have to.
You don't have to. And then it doesn't make sense, right? When you already declutter the stuff in your home and then you buy a lot of the new things, so
to fill up your home.
At the end you don't really declutter, but
there's no point of it.
You will only recluttering, right?
And there's another way to avoid being being more missed, I think.
Be mindful in consumption.
Yeah, yeah. That is to have. That is to own only one, like sunglasses or maybe smartphone and tumbler for bottle of water. You only need one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't need that many stuff to begin with.
There are a lot of things that you only need one actually. Just maybe you can evaluate what you have at your homes, and do we really need 3 of
that
glasses?
many of it?
Yeah. Do we really need 5 wallets, for example? Just maybe you can evaluate and then try to declutter again, right?
Yeah.
And then the first one after we being the minimalist, the second one that we need to implement is try to be mindful in our waste management.
Yeah.
Maybe sahabat pembelajar, you also familiar with the term what is it?
Slogan of reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah, 3R: reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Yeah, the first one is reduce.
Yeah.
So the term of reduce is, you know, just reducing the stuff that you buy or that you, I don't know, maybe when you go to shop to the market, you buy your own bag that is made of fabric.
Yeah.
And when you go to buy a takeout like food and stuff, you bring your own container and tumbler. That is reducing the use of plastic bag and plastic bottle of water and so on.
Yeah, it's kind of avoiding the new plastic waste.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you can choose, there are a lot of, for example, product. If I buy meal, for example, I will choose the one that maybe use banana leaves for the packaging.
It's more degradable.
Yeah, or maybe paper instead of the one that is
made of plastic.
Yeah, that's the way to avoid more plastic waste.
Yeah.
And then the second one, we can also try to use the refill services and also bulk stores.
Yeah.
Especially for you guys, sahabat pembelajar who live in big cities like Jabodetabek or even the
capital of the province.
Yeah, capital of the provinces. Try to find the services around you. There is quite a lot of available services for such things. So when you buy your household needs, for example, like the cleaning products, and then the cooking oil, even shampoo, and then soap, and so on and so forth. When you buy in a bulk store or in the refill services, you can avoid the waste of the packaging, right? So it's really minimize the waste that goes to the landfills.
Just as you told me yesterday that you use this kind of services.
Yeah, I've tried actually, and I order from, I think it's fine to mention the community called Cyclus Refill in Jakarta. If you live in Jabodetabek, you can go to their social media and then find how to use their services.
Actually, it doesn't need to be that one, but there's quite a lot of kind of services.
That's just for the example.
Yeah. And the next is reuse. If you are in the point of you cannot afford to buy more of this product, you can actually choose the one that is going to last you longer. For example, if you don't bring your own shopping bag, you can buy the shopping bag, but try to choose the material that is you can use it more later.
Yeah. So like avoiding the one that you will use once, but at least the one that you can use for in repeat, right?
Yeah.
And the third one, recycle. I implemented in my home actually. I try to separate the waste, especially for the one that is from plastic and also from paper. I collect it and then spread it with the rubbish. So after that, there are some community that actually visiting our housings, and they will help us to recycle the plastic and also the paper. So they will make it into another products that will be more really useful. By implementing that waste, I feel like my household waste is becoming much lower, and I can really minimize the waste that goes to the landfills.
Yeah, even if you cannot do the recycle yourself, I think nowadays people are getting more aware of this kind of problem, you know.
Yeah.
Like if you cannot handle it your way, there are the few communities that not few, many communities
Yeah.
that want to do that for yourself.
Yeah.
For yours.
We just need to find what is really available around you. Some of them will charge you. Some of them will doing it for free. Even some of them will pay for your
Yeah.
paper waste actually. So
It's becoming such a business today.
yeah, and it's you can get some coins actually.
Yeah.
And then after that, after being mindful in the minimalism and also for the waste management, we need also need to take attention, need to pay attention in the food consumption. So the next point is about try to implement the mindful eating. Maybe it's kind of simple thing, right? The things that we do every day, but actually it's if we implement the mindful eating lifestyle, it's really impactful. The first one from the food itself is never ever produce a food waste, because the food waste itself, the resources is actually limited, right? When you can buy it, or example, if you are in the buffet,
yeah.
or the one that is getting more trend is all you can eat all you can eat restaurants. Even you can pay it, even you can take them all, but try to be mindful and just take the one that you sure you can really finish it. Because food waste also, on the other hand, when it is goes to the landfill, it will create another gas that is worsening even the pollution, and it creating gas that is make the the global warming even worse, right?
Yeah. Besides of that, you have to buy just one portion or two person if you are eating for two. And besides it saving your money, it also good for environment to just eat that way.
Yeah.
And the next is, you say that you prevent food waste, right?
Yeah.
Besides that, you can also, about food, you can also choose the product that is local one. Besides the supporting the local farmer and also small UMKM, you can also reduce the use of carbon footprint that is used when you transport the food from imported country to Indonesia.
Yeah, it seems simple actually,
Yeah.
but it's actually easy, right? To even it is not, it seems not to be significant, but if more people implement it, it will actually result in impact, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one, after food, we are also going to talk about to be more conscious and also mindful in consuming fashion.
Yeah, such an interesting topic for us women, right?
Yeah. Because maybe fashion, it's becoming easier for us to buy the new clothes, right? Every fashion products and fashion items. But actually, in the fashion itself, there are two what is it called? Two terms in the fashion. There are fast fashion and also slow fashion. Fast fashion is actually the production or the fashion industry that they provide the fast trends. So the trends is always changing. There is always the new one, and then the newer, and it are actually alluring us for buy the new clothes and then the new fashion products. For example, when I buy some products, usually the product that I bought 2 months or 3 months ago, it feels already outdated.
Yeah,
that is the fast fashion. But actually, those fashion products that we bought, at the end, it will also add the fashion waste. Even the fashion waste also need more spaces for the waste management, and also that finally goes to the landfill. We don't know where actually our fashion waste goes to.
There's this saying that our fashion waste is already transported to the third world country, but even them actually don't want to wear that because the quality is that bad.
Yeah, maybe you can try to find the news about it, that the third world countries, even they got a lot of fashion what is it called, the second hand fashion items, but because the quality is not that good, it is not proper actually, so even they cannot use it anymore.
Yeah, you know, if we talk about fast fashion usually is cheaper to buy,
Yeah.
but in the long term it doesn't have any good intention for
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the
So
price is
instead
cheaper.
of using the fast fashion, we can implement to buy some slow fashion.
Yeah.
What is
So this
yeah
is
slow
opposite.
fashion is usually it's more expensive, but if we calculate it carefully, it's more efficient to
Yeah,
use it.
yeah, of course.
Because it lasts longer.
Yeah.
And if you worry about people judging you, if people judging you, that you
I don't
always,
mind with that.
you always wear the same clothes every day. People, there's this thing called washing machine. You can wash
Technology.
it's technology. And if you worry about you can mix match your stuff, try to buy some clothes that is neutral in color and also in the style.
Yeah.
That you can mix match it with.
Yeah. So actually, being mindful in the consuming fashion product is actually minimize the quantity but maximize the quality. So we try to reduce the number of our fashion items, but then try to buy the best quality that you really can afford. Yeah.
And the next we are going to talk about energy saving.
Oh, it's really daily.
Yeah, it's an old campaign actually to
Everyone knows.
turn off the electrical things on the room if you don't use it anymore. Turn off the lamp. Turn off the tap water if you don't use it.
Yeah.
Something like that. And
it saves the energy and it saves the resources, right?
Yeah.
And also for me, I try to if I want to buy a new electric product, I will choose the one that have low wattage. For example, when I want to buy a fridge, I will choose the weight. I will check it the wattage. What is it called? Yeah, and then iron and anything. And also I use the LED lamp bulb. Because LED is actually
more low in wattage.
Yeah, low in wattage, and then they are more energy saving. But on the other hand, even at the beginning, it seems quite pricey, right? If we compare the price with the regular bulb, but at the end, it will cost me my bills. It will cost my bills actually.
Yeah.
So at the end, it's quite kind of trade-off.
Yeah, it's a fair trade.
Yeah.
And sometimes I buy a clothes that the material is you don't have to iron it. Iron it. Yeah. It's not cheapskate, but
Yeah.
I'm anak kosan ya.
Yeah. Because the wattage of iron is quite high.
Yeah,
right?
it's high.
The electricity that is used heat for the energy, it's quite high wattage. So it's really nice also.
And beside that, because I live near the office, like for 10 minutes or so, I usually use my bicycle to
Wow, that's
go
cool.
to
Bike
the
to work.
office. Yeah,
Bike to work.
Because it's saving the fuel.
Yeah, and it's also good for your health, right?
Yeah, we prevent the sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah, sedentary lifestyle, of course.
Yeah, to be more
So,
active.
Yeah, to have more steps.
Yeah.
And so for those the things that we already resumed, we have some points about the what is it? What did we mention? The first one, the being minimalist, and then the waste management, being mindful in consuming your food, your fashion, and also for your energy. So actually there are some the things that we already implemented, and maybe Sahabat Pembelajar, you have another things. Maybe you can comment or even give your opinion or anything in this comment and below. So Miftah, what is actually our expectation by talking about this sustainable living topics?
What we want to accomplish by doing this podcast is more people are getting aware of this environmental problem. Every little thing we choose in our daily life is matter.
Yeah, and there is a saying said that sustainable living is not about one or two people, to one person doing it perfectly 100%, but it's about more people doing this lifestyle even imperfectly. So when there is more and more people are aware and also try to contribute on these things, it will creating and also give more wider and also bigger impact, right?
Yeah, try to love our mother nature because it's already provide us with so much.
Yeah, it's the only place that we have, right? So far.
So
One more. Because we know that we have the vision that as ISN Minister of Law and Human Rights, we have to be global standard ISN. Besides, we are mastering the language, the English language, the English as the global language. We think also we need to be more aware and also make a contribution in the global issues like global warming and so on and so forth, right?
So that is for today, I think.
So that's all for today. So any comments, we are really welcome here to more. Maybe you have another opinion, or maybe you have your own tips.
Your own way, your own way to do this lifestyle.
So that's all for us.
Salam belajar.
Di sini tempat kita